Alrighty, alrighty. Doing some hard mode top. These are learner KCs. Um, and no, I'm not the best at hard mode top, but I know more than these guys. Therefore, I'm somewhat eligible to teach. So as you can look at the KCs, they have a couple. They have a couple under their wing already, and I've taken them a couple times. KO's all his KCs with me, and then Gipsky and Clabe. These are all my clan members. I think they've done a couple on their own, but I think a couple were like a year ago, and so anyways, I've been running, I've been running regular tops with them, and kind of with the effort of working our way towards hard modes because they want scythe kits and they probably just want to get better. So I'm gonna try to explain some things. Um, my inventory is not perfect. I haven't hard mode topped in a while. I do my delay into the BGS. This is pretty standard for mages. Um, I think people that have not hard mode top want to hard mode top, but once you do a lot of KC, you kind of want to do regular top again, in my opinion. So I get my first tick freeze, which means I need to delay a tick on South 2. Easy peasy. Switch, try to tank a little bit. Now, Gibsky, my North Freezer, I'm trying to get him to do N1 through 4, which he does pretty well. It's not like entirely new to him, so I think he gets the right idea. And make sure I get this freeze. Let's see, do I? Nice. I tank a blood. So he's late. You see, he is one tick late. So what do we do here? Nice. He catches threes. And this is something I see like with North Freezers, and that I kind of just learned myself. It's what can I do depending on how late I am on North 1 crab. Because if you're a tick late with North 1 crab, then you can still catch 1, 2, and 3. But if you're 2 ticks late on North crab, North 1, then you need to catch 4s, and your South needs to catch 3s. So let's see how the freezing goes here. So he's tick perfect, which means he can catch all. And I'm getting ragged by blood. But I think we get the skip here. Yep, we do get the skip here. I told them Chally at like 10%, and usually everyone kills it in time. Gets a little close here, but we do get it, so that's awesome. And they're pretty solid. Like they have regular tobs down quite well. There's like taking at Verzik, it could be a little bit better. I'm gonna be honest, but they have the gist down, or at least the gist of the gist. So I think they're ready, and I think in this session we went 2 for 4, which is, you know, you're not gonna get every KC when you're starting out. There's a lot to learn. Usually it's tough to manage what you need to do with like kind of the pressure going on in your head. But we were in Discord talking, which helps tremendously. I highly encourage that for learning hard mode. So let's see. I get the Chally, and I think I do Chally 3 Scythe Chally here. For simplicity, I told them to do Claw 3 Scythe Chally, just because I don't want them to. Just because of them, I don't want them to take the stomp. Like the majority of the time, you should be getting 2-downs in 4-man teams, but because I want them to survive, mostly because I want points at the chest. That's one of the obstacles of hard mode top. You don't get as many points from the chest. So if you die, it penalizes you a decent amount. So I really put that emphasis on trying not to die, and higher HP leads to less deaths. So I think we definitely get the 3 down. I take the stomp. Our boy Gipsky is in the dungeons. He got sat. That's okay. going pretty well so far. One death is okay. It's kind of a meme, but like hardest room is bloat. A lot of people say that. I get the nice tick eat there, and we get the kill. Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, bloat's just kind of a pain, especially if you want to get the 2 down. Um, it's kind of tough. There's some tough elements of it. So I encourage every roll to just buy a stamina right now. Don't try not to forget. If you forget it here, then you can buy it at second chest. But if you forget that second chest, it can be a problem. Stamina is really important because of Verzik. It's like a 6 to 8 minute fight for new players. And KO's our range roll is going to be pot sharing stamina. I try to get him to do this in normal Tob, but he won't. So maybe after doing hard mode Tob, he'll start doing this. Do my mage rotation. I don't realize, but I'm actually -10 mage right now. So I'm splashing. Things aren't going super well. I attacked the wrong crab, and then I fix it up. So Nilo can be a little bit of an obstacle for a new hard mode Tob, especially if you're not like comfortable with Nilo in regulars. So in Discord right now, I'm telling them that the melee guy's coming. So it looks like we all get our claw scythe. Nice. Yeah, that was clean. That was really clean. Everyone got their hits. The ranger, which is KO's in the elite void, he doesn't attack boss because you want to worry about your triple range wave. That's very important. You want to be efficient at killing Nilos, otherwise there's a good chance that one of your pillars is going to fall, and that can kind of cascade into issues, and you just get overwhelmed, and sometimes you die. So the better you are at doing your pre-fires, which is it's really important for your range, doing your pre-fires as well as mage. That way the room goes smoothly. So we got 19s. I believe the boss is coming up, and I tell them to switch to melee. Get my aggro. I don't think I kill it. I do. Nice. I'm late though. I don't know if I get my Chally off. I do, and we get the kill. So pretty smooth crabs, or pretty smooth Nilo so far. I don't get my 21s. Kind of it's not really a troll, but could be playing better. Room's looking decent. All of our pillars are actually in very good condition, which is nice. It allows for a faster cleanup. You can leave a few crabs if they're like earlier crabs, like if they're like wave 25, like you can leave them because they'll just pop, and you can focus on the last demi boss. I do a little bit of barraging on the pillars here and there just because I'm comfortable with it, even if there's non-majors. I think it's okay. At the melee boss, Kaosh is lost. He's attacking the boss, but it's okay. He gets back on. And I'm trying to pop bigs. I'm trying to tell them to pop bigs. You want to pop bigs because you don't want them to delay your they can delay your cleanup if they're not popped. So at this point, all of our pillars are good enough, and I think after this I hop onto the demi boss. We just leave S31, as you can see. No biggie. Go to range. Yeah, I definitely am not the best at hard mode Tob. I did most of my KC. I did like 200 KC straight. Like that's all I did every day to get my kit, and then I have not touched it since. So it's definitely rusty, and yeah. So range is the e-girl roll. So they don't move, they just kind of sit there. And I do the BGS. And I believe we pinged our tiles where we wanted to go. I think when you're starting off here, you should really just camp Piety. Don't worry about your switches. It's super important that you get your prayer on immediately. I think his max hits like a 70 or an 80. So prayer first, then move. Don't worry about switching to augury or rigor, especially augury. Augury does nothing in this game. They're gonna buff it though. That's the rumor on the street, and it's gonna happen. I bought arcanes and eternal boots because they're gonna skyrocket once they announce the occult nerf. Maybe I'll make money. We'll see. Back to melee. Not too bad. I have 40% spec. I could chally. I don't think I do though. I think we finish it here. Nice. So next room is Sot. A recurring theme has been our Sot mazes. They are constantly slow, and I'm not sure if it'll show in this video, but I think like the past couple of raids we've gotten tornadoed. So I'm trying to tell these guys to work on their L movements, and if you don't know, there's a really good what's it called? There's a website that allows you to practice your soap maze, and it's kind of fun. It's a good practice if you don't want to actually get into Tob and just practice maze, because that's not exactly feasible. So go online, look up Sot maze, OSRS, and you can just practice. Highly encourage that. So we skipped the first ball, or I don't even think the ball comes out. So looks like I am running the maze. Nice, boom, boom. This maze is going okay so far. Nice. Not too bad. The maze is a little bit tougher in hard mode, which, you know, that's why you want to be. I do a little off on 3 there. I'm just still trying to learn it, if it's off on tick 3 or if I click on tick 3. I don't know. So we got the ball here. I think there's a little miscommunication. Yes, there is. So we actually, yeah, little double kill from Sot, dude. He's gonna have a bloodthirsty or something. Which, that's kind of there's kind of like a procedure here, and I can describe that in another video sometime. But basically, everyone has their position when the ball comes out, and depending on which side the ball goes to, is where you need to stand. So there was a little mishap there, and we're in Discord probably laughing about it, probably flaming each other. It's not a big deal. You can kind of solo. So if you hit hammers, it's not a huge deal. But it is nice that he's still alive, because we'll be able to hammer last phase, and of course time and supplies. But one skill that you want to practice in regular Tob is tick eating. Tick eating you really want to have down. If you can't consistently tick eat, then nice, off on 3. If you can't consistently tick eat, hard mode is going to be a pain in the butt. So practice tick eating. If you're sending Tobs, just say, hey guys, I'm going to tick eat every ball I get. That's, dude, I respect you if you do that, because you know, people are like, oh, I don't want to die, I don't want to lose my purple chance. Who cares about the purple? Sometimes you care about the purple, but if you want a hard mode Tob, you can't care about the purples. I think we both get our tick eat here. Nice. Yeah, we're popping off. If you're going for purples, you don't want to do hard mode Tob. And the reason for that is, obviously the raids are longer. And although the purple chance is higher, there's a high chance that some of your teammates are going to die, and there's also a chance that you don't even complete the hard mode Tob KC. So if you're looking for purples or money, just do regular Tobs. But I'd say most people are here for kits, and nice, we get our tickets again. Most people doing hard mode Tob want their kits, and aside from losing supplies and losing your purple chance, deaths don't matter as long as you get the time. So deaths aren't a huge deal, and I definitely recommend doing 4s, because time is pretty free doing 4s. It's not particularly difficult. So we do a little potion seller action here. A little concoction, train my herb lore, get 4 dose. Something that you wanna do when you get a little bit more comfortable is you want to buy sharks. Um, if you need the brews, then you can definitely try to teach him to go into middle tile. You want to enter Xarpus on the middle tile because there's poison and he gets poisoned nonetheless. But Tikits are really nice at Verzik. There's certain combinations of attacks that if Verzik hits you with, for example, tornadoes, and then green ball comes, unless you have a Tiki, there's a lot higher of a chance that you can die. So Tikis can be super helpful, but if you're starting out, you will most likely need brews. You'll need extra brews. So maybe you opt for maybe 1 shark or maybe 2 sharks. If you're melee DPS, you'll have a lot more space in your inventory. So I previously mentioned this, I think, in my top speedrun video, but I'm trying to learn the correct procedure for Scythe into BGS without losing ticks, and I think I get it here. Let's see. So Scythe, BGS, step back. Yep, nice. And then 3rd rotation, and then I do my tank. Cool. Yeah. So even when I am quote unquote teaching or helping people get KC, almost always I'm trying to learn something myself. Like I'm addicted to getting better. So I'm trying to find something to improve on. And that is something I was trying to get better at. And it's almost to that point where it's like automatic and I don't even have to think about it. But I still usually have to like count my ticks in my head and make sure I don't mess that up. So most people know, or people that have hard mode Todd before, Xarpus is literally just better in hard mode Todd. It's way easier because first of all the defense is, I believe, 50 points lower. So instead of 250 defense, Xarpus has 200 defense, which leads to more 0 defense Xarpuses, that sounds weird, which in turn just leads to faster. And this part's really nice. Once you attack, you can AFK. I usually head to the grocery store because half my team's not potted and they're using Rigor instead of Piety for some reason. I don't know why. That's just what they're doing. So I'll run to the grocery store. I'll get something. But yeah, Xarpus is definitely better in hard mode. And one of the prerequisites to doing hard mode Xarpus is scythe walking. So if you want a hard mode Tob, practice scythe walking. If you don't have a team to do it with, then do it in entry mode. There's always a way to learn what you want to learn. Okay, here we got P1. P1's pretty simple. It's not very difficult. We just do simple 416 drop-in procedure, and the only difference is really just running to the other pillar. So, boom, boom, other pillar. I don't really have much. So my mic turned off. I think I'm back. My mic goes inactive for like 2 minutes, and it turns off. And because I'm not listening to the game sound, it'll turn off. But I take a fat hit, and I have to use my brews here. But I think I have a Blood Fury. I try to get a hit here, and I do. Still on tick. So I'm down to 1 brew plus the one I dropped on the ground, which if you're getting pretty comfortable at hard mode, 2 brews is plenty. Like it's genuinely plenty. I switched to my Bellator. So let's see how does this go? I think I try to do Boak, which is also a recurring improvement that I am working towards. Boom, boom. Get the purple crab. So when it comes to hard mode Tob, everyone should have a poison weapon. Um, nice little scythe there. Everyone should have a poison weapon to kill the purple crabs. That being said, if you're in a team that's kind of more organized and you strictly state like, hey, I'll bring a poison weapon. You don't need to worry about it. Then it leaves extra inventory space for learners to bring more brews and whatnot. But if you're experienced, then yeah, you should bring a poison weapon. And I know there's some people like to do like poison arrows. I think it's kind of a troll. Like if you're just sitting there shooting the purple crab with a 5-tick weapon, like you might as well just bring the blowpipe. So I get Boak here again. But if you want to do poison arrows, do it. At the end of the day, I don't mind. So I messed up there, kind of a double mess up actually. And we proc 35s, switch to Mage Prayer. Trying to do the Ultor ring switch for those crabs. It is better DPS, might as well. I'm not combated. Okay, nice. But yeah, my team's doing relatively well so far. They have their scythe walk down, pretty solid. Yeah, that's something that we made sure was down in regular Tobs. I believe they all have 200 plus KC in regular Tob. So I mean they've had scythe walking down for a while. Not really a concern. But that being said, there is the mechanic where multiple poison splats are on the ground, so scythe walking is a little bit more difficult, but it's really not too it's pretty trivial. And we're off to the races, P2. Looks like our boy Clabe is tanking. Nice little melee. Humble though. I got 99 defense, so you know it's like whatever, who cares? But jokes aside, like if you're not perfect at one tick tanking or no tick loss tanking, then the best thing you can do for your team is not melee them. Because you don't want people brewing. Brewing is often time loss, which is kind of a concern because you are timed. But having your team just be able to not worry about brewing up and super combating it's really beneficial. So do your best. Try not to take melees. If you lose a couple ticks, it's okay because 3 of your members are going to be swinging at the boss. So we take another humble again, and I think we opt. No, KO is just gun ho. So we just proc for yellows. So one first little tip here, right here, is try to lure your purple away when you know yellows are coming. And the reason for that is because you really don't want a purple Verzik, especially in hard mode. It takes half your HP, and I think it times it by 3. So it heals him a lot. You do not want to take purples. As I take a purple there. Got a nice little combo eat. Little range. Looks like ball's coming out. Keoj is in no man's land. But that's okay. It's his 3rd KC. Like you gotta understand that lots going through their head right now. And it looks like crabs are gonna come up. Knowing the cycle and what special is coming out next is also quite important. You need to pop crabs. Popping crabs is so important because webs. You don't want to die on webs. Webs is your best friend in hard mode top. So Gibsky and I both get it, and I think Clabe gets it too. And I remember what happens here now. So this case is free. 18%. Like all we gotta do is finish webs and we win. But Clabe runs a tile early, and we both get KO'd. Which cost us the KC. And in Discord he was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys, my bad." So obviously no hard feelings. We're just trying to teach people here, but webs is so important in hard mode. Like at if there's one takeaway from this video, always get into webs. Do your very best um, to not mess it up, because that good webs can often be the make or break when getting KC. Clabe, I think, takes no purple here. Nice. Um, so he has 9%, and takes a little melee there. 43. Would have been a 0 if he had blood torva, but you know, you gotta. It is what it is. So I think he dies here. Yep. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoy it. Um, I'm open to teaching you hard mode top if you need kind of like a mentor or whatnot. Um, but yeah, after this KC, we do get the time and no kits, but I'll continue to make some hard mode videos. I think they're pretty interesting, and yeah, sounds good.